Hello. Welcome back to our channel. This is episode, I don't remember.
292.
292.
We hope you all have been doing well.
You're so warm.
Thank you guys for tuning in to another video. Like we've said many times before, we appreciate you all. And we just want to say, if you do enjoy our stuff, please like and subscribe. And also jump over to our vlog channel. All right.
Which is in the description below.
Yeah.
So we always forget to say that.
Yeah, everything is always in the description. So recently, Trump is actively trying to close the Department of Education.
Well, today he officially says that
he signed an executive order to do it, but it's going to have to go through the court.
Congress and all that. Yeah. So most likely it will not go through, but who knows, because they do have the majority now.
Yeah.
But I feel like he's going to have to somewhat prove
that he's going to give an alternative
or why it's necessary to.
Yeah.
Which is fucked up because one of their main jobs is to fund underprivileged communities, educational programs, especially in those areas.
Yeah.
And a lot more that I can't remember right now. But I definitely do think it's necessary. He already cut their staff in half.
Yeah.
Like a couple weeks ago. So now this is his way of trying to boot it. Because, I don't know, they're under this illusion that they're somehow cutting costs when these are like droplets in the bucket. What?
Yeah, it does cut costs when you, like, if you fire teachers, you take away pay of certain people, all that stuff. It's
not going to enhance the quality of anyone's life in this country.
I don't believe so either, but I don't think that's the mission objective. But all right, let's see. This is supposed to say why he's doing it. So let's see if they give a good reasoning.
President Trump now on his way to fulfilling another campaign promise by gutting the Department of Education. And this week, a big number of employees at the DOE were shown the door. The battle over federal involvement in local education is one that's been decades in the making. But what exactly does that department do? Why is it such a flashpoint?
What is this music?
And what do these latest moves mean for your kids and their schooling? NBC's Rahima Ellis takes a look in our Sunday Focus.
In 1979, President Jimmy Carter signed into law a new cabinet-level agency called the Department of Education.
Oh, shit.
The noblest task of government is education.
Yeah, I've heard that Jimmy Carter actually was trying to do a lot of progressive things, but
let's go dig him up.
He also exacerbated the revolution in Iran that ruined their country.
Okay. Out of concerns highlighted during the nation's tumultuous...
What?
Just the way you said that. In their country.
It's true.
Civil rights movements of the 1960s and 70s. The goal, create access to equal educational opportunity for everyone by centralizing information and managing resources, including funding, research, and health care. But the department has long been a target of opposition. Ronald Reagan tried to shut it down. President Trump has denounced it as well.
How soon do you want the Department of Education to be closed?
Oh, I'd like it to be closed immediately.
His responses, I can't with his responses, how they're just like, yeah, you know.
Well, at least he's consistent.
How would you like it if a bomb dropped on your head right now?
Well, he said, what if anything? What if a bomb dropped on your head?
Oh, fuck, man.
It's not funny.
This week, more than 1,300 career employees with the Department of Education were laid off, effectively cutting the 45-year-old agency in half.
I am very angry about this.
Why so much worry? Well, here's what the department does today. With a $268 billion budget, the DOE oversees some critical services, including providing money to help kids in high-poverty districts and rural communities.
So I will say, though,
rural communities.
I'm not saying, though, that I'm currently happy with our education system because of the money that they use should definitely be allocated more for like resources that kids need and also to pay the teachers a livable wage. They should be getting paid way more.
I don't think that comes out of the Department of Education. I don't think that's their
It's their job to allocate the money, where the money comes from the taxpayers into the Department of Education.
Each state
allows
has their own. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
I could be wrong. I know as far as each state does decide like curriculum and things like that, which I think is why a lot of MAGA thinks this is a useless
department.
Yeah. I think they assume that these are the people deciding what children are learning in school when that's not nationally. Not at all.
Yeah. I don't know. You may be right. Honestly, I don't really know, but I would think that the Department of Education would be in charge of allocating money. But yeah, that might be the state.
It's one thing to say I'm going to investigate it and see,
instead of just
make
shutting
sure
it
everything's
down. Yeah. That's like what I was saying about the other things too. It's like there's better ways to go about these things than just saying I'm going to shut them down. You can go in there and actually help fix the budget and fix it and still.
I promise you, Trump has no fucking idea what they do there.
Yeah. Hey, why he doesn't care? Why would he care?
Protecting students from sexual harassment, offering resources for students with disabilities and special needs, and overseeing the federal government's student loan programs and Pell Grants. Here's
That's why everyone's like, I'm not paying my student loans back. Yeah, I forgot about that. They're involved in FAFSA and stuff too.
Doesn't do. The DOE does not write curriculum. The states do. Huh. And the states and local governments provide the lion's share of school funding.
This is the chainsaw for bureaucracy.
And while the Trump administration we don't claim him. Says it is just eliminating...
We can't. He's not from here.
I just have to remind people.
Bureaucratic waste.
And I think we're going to see improvements in our scores when we get the bureaucracy of the Department of Education out of the way.
How?
Others like attorney Sharia Smith, who helped students raise civil rights concerns before she was laid off this week, say the cuts will have a real impact.
This administration is now eliminating the only agency that was in place to make sure that those rights were enforced.
Michael Petrilli is the president of the Thomas B. Fordham Institute, an education policy think tank. What would you say to parents who are concerned about how these cuts might affect their children?
I think I would remind them that these cuts, it's a drop in the bucket compared to the millions of people working in our education system, and that it's very unlikely that they're going to notice a difference in their child's...
But here's the thing. It is a drop in the bucket. So why are we cutting it? That's how I see it. Why are we cutting it if it's such a minute part of the funding that our tax dollars go to? Why are we cutting it? Because it does. The people who benefit from it substantially benefit from it. And then the people who don't benefit from it are obviously going to notice a difference because they're not benefiting from it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But the people who do benefit from it, they're going to feel the difference when their disabled child isn't getting the attention they need in school, or if they live in a Title I school, like it's gonna affect their children who aren't getting the funding they need in those schools, in those underprivileged communities.
Yeah.
But yes, Timothy in Beverly Hills is not gonna feel the difference. You're fucking right.
School. However, Petrilli says schools would see an impact if the Trump administration were to cut not just staffing, but department funding, something it has not addressed in detail.
You will not take your wrecking ball to America's public schools,
leaving many uneasy as the department undergoes a dramatic transformation.
Yeah, I mean, our education system has been underfunded and just not well managed for so long. I don't know.
Part of that is the state issue, but a lot of it is the government in general, like the federal government.
I feel like teaching and education should be more important on a federal level.
Yeah, I 1000% agree.
We should allocate more of the budgets of taxpayers to pay for teachers to have a livable wage. Like they should be able to, any state you live in, they should be able to afford their own apartment at least. You know what I mean?
That's a whole nother topic. Yeah,
but no, because they get paid like less.
But when you live in a country that doesn't value education, let alone the people teaching that education, they're not going to see it as, they don't see it as profitable for them. So they're like, who cares?
Well, what's crazy though is I do think we'd have a lot more teachers. I think I would actually be willing to be a teacher more too if they got paid more.
I think the majority of people who wanted to be teachers growing up decided not to because of
they saw how much it paid. Yeah, I mean, maybe at one point it was caught up with because when my grandfather, he was a history teacher, he got a house, like he was able to afford a house, do all these things.
I think you can do I wouldn't even just say a a teacher was a livable wage back then.
Anything?
Most jobs were livable wages.
Yeah, that's true.
My grandmother worked at a deli and was able to have a house.
There's this video that I was watching, that I'm still watching. It's a debate. So there's this guy from the UK called Gary's Economics, and he was like on not Wall Street. He was like on the London Stock Exchange, whatever it is. Like he was a trader, and he bets on the economy. As like he said from 15 years ago, he's been betting on the economy to just continue to just collapse and collapse every year and get worse and worse and worse.
And so he's making money off.
He is, but he's very honest about it, and he's like,
right.
like, why don't we tell people the truth? He's like, the people sitting at the table are all millionaires, right? So he's like, we've made money off the backs of all these people. Like we've made money. It's like, why lie to them? Capitalism is at the end point. We've made our money. We're successful. Why do we have to let them just sink deeper into poverty and not have them be aware of what the situation really is? Why do we keep lying to them? Because if you keep lying to them, then you can continue to milk capitalism and all these things.
Right. I think to some degree, some of these people, it's just like they're desensitized to their actions because they don't experience how it affects people.
Yeah. But a lot of successful like entrepreneurs and businessmen, their solution to the problem of inequality is that everyone should just become an entrepreneur. But that's not realistic. In a society, you need teachers, you need nurses, you need doctors, doctors make a decent amount. But I'm saying you need these people like fire department, police, like you need all these people. But if they're underfunded or like underpaid, then it leads to a huge systemic inequality, which is where we're at right now, and it's just getting worse. But yeah, I don't know. Sorry, I went on a rant.
With the future of education in America at stake.
And Rahema Ellis is joining us now live. Rahema, good morning. You know, the president alone does not have the authority to totally eliminate the Department of Education.
Right, but it's like, it's Lyndon B. Johnson.
Oh, yeah. That was Linda.
Sorry.
Need Congress for that. But his administration can still make some pretty significant moves, right?
That's right, Hallie. Shutting down a cabinet-level agency requires congressional approval with 60 votes in the Senate. Even if he could get all Republicans on board, that's just 53. And even then, it would be a challenge to get every GOP member to sign on to it. Plus, it's considered very unlikely Democrats would join the effort. But firing staff and canceling education contracts could impact the department's work, slowing down aid and decisions for students and administrators waiting for answers. Now, lawsuits have already been filed against the administration in an effort to reverse those actions. Hallie?
Rahema Ellis, thank you very much for that.
Hey, thanks for watching. And don't forget,
let's go through the comments.
Vets benefit from Department of Education. What about education for the persons with disabilities? Yeah, hopefully they don't affect that. I think that he actually said today he's not going to affect the disabilities funding or the Pell Grants or whatever.
Pell Grant is not disabilities.
No, I know. I'm just saying he said and that.
Pell Grants is, for college.
The only thing I am afraid, like to privatize education is that you're gonna choose what is taught, and like they're gonna allow like religion in school more, and they're gonna allow these other things, but then they're gonna take out anything that has to do with like diversity or
we'll see, because I've never seen how that could play out, because again, the states are the ones who decide the curriculum.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of the stuff that we're witnessing is the first time in our country that it's happened. But
I know
we were bound. I think we were bound to have a dictatorship rise in our country, and we're living through it right now. And I think that's what we're at the very start of that.
Let's hope not.
I mean, it is what it is. It is really happening.
Don't say it is what it is. That's how we stay complacent.
No, I'm saying that is what it is. Like that is what's happening right now.
I still don't think we're at the.
We're getting pretty close.
I don't think we're at the finish line of that happening.
No, we're just at the starting line.
There's still a lot of people suing. There's a lot of people trying to still impeach him. Like, there's things going on behind the scenes that unfortunately take forever to, see through.
Yeah, I know.
That's just me being hopeful or delusional.
Either way, optimistic.
There's that.
Yeah.
Copium.
All right. Well, you guys let us know what you think of this type of slashing of the Department of Education is for. Do you think it's good? Do you think it's bad? I don't know. Tell us your opinions in the comments.
Either way, people unfortunately adjust, and because it's not going to affect the majority, that's why they're able to get away with these type of things.
Yeah.
If they do get away with it.
Yeah, because it might not pass. But
hopefully
all right.
Won't. I don't know. Everything that needs to stop being so extreme, black and white, left, right. Okay, investigate it. See if there's misuse of money, or you feel like things aren't necessary. Like, that's different, you know, checks and balances versus, fuck it, let's just cut it, you know?
Yeah, exactly. But okay. Leave us your opinions in the comments, please, and like and subscribe, and leave some more recommendations. I'll go through more as we get back and stuff like that. But yeah.
Let us know what we missed in the past month.
I know. Yeah, we'll see it. But okay. Peace, guys.
Bye.